by road. And then basically you start reverse trekking. So from, to reach this last village, you can probably follow this road here. As you can see, right, this is like, clearly there is a road visible. So whenever there's some important point, you can put a marker so that when you are there in the field, so here you will have to take a right in the road. Here again, the road will take a curve, and so you need to also put a marker like this, turn right. Or you can see here the turn right. So then basically here we come across the railway. So here basically you can put a marker that you'll need to find some railway crossing. Right, so basically this is how, so this road I think goes in parallel with the railway. So we come here somewhere, meet the railway, and then you can see the highway showing up and Uramparo. So here you see somewhere here you need to take a right again. And here basically the road intersects with the highway. So here basically you will take a right from the highway. So as I mentioned, we cannot download these maps into our GPS because these are like bitmaps, non-zoomable maps. You can only kind of download vector maps. What we can however download is these points. So and these points actually will give us enough information where to leave the highway, where to take a left, where to take a right, where to cross the bridge, where to cross the railway basically to reach our point, the start of our trek. In addition to these points, you can also draw lines on Google Maps, so you can basically even follow the road. So you can basically draw a line on top of this. So this line again will be visible in this. Yeah, look, it shows actually the length of the line, so you can even use it. So you can kind of estimate indeed the length of the road or the length of the trek. Voila. So like this, I mean, you can first draw a rough line actually in Google Earth, and then basically zoom in a little bit and refine the line to have like enough precision that you cannot take a wrong turn anywhere. Voila. So still here, basically here the road goes till the river, and that's it. So total distance from the highway to reach the village is around 6.7 miles, multiplied by 1.8, so around 11 kilometers to basically reach the start of the trek. Right? So that is basically where we get out of the jeep then, and then we start entering this big stream, and then we start trekking along the stream. So basically you also want to indicate then how the stream flows. So typically what I do is I go to terrain view, and I start kind of trekking how the stream flows, which is very easy in the terrain maps. If you look at this map, let's go to this zoom level, actually you can clearly see how the stream will go inside the hills because you can see the topo line. So you can always stay in the lowest place. Sometimes you will see different cuts. Here you can see a cut which will be a side stream. However, the main rivers will nicely be flowing like this. I hope everyone can see that a little bit, that there is clearly a lowest point here. Because if you go to the left as well as to the right, the topo lines will take you to higher altitudes. So this is basically how you find the river in the mountains, even though it might be covered by forest, so it might not be visible on the satellite view. So here it's nothing. Here I think it will be like this, 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 this. And then maybe this, and this is the furthest point. So this will be the source of the stream. So total distance of around 19 kilometers. So this will be like a first rough cut using topo maps. Is everyone clear with this? Do you also see a little bit that water will flow like this, because these are like your lowest points? I'm not sure if everyone. sees that. Because yeah, I mean here you are getting close to the top of the hills. I mean there might be, you don't see it, it's all the same kind of, I mean it's all plains, I mean it's all fairly spread away. You don't see any cut anymore, so you don't see that V shape, you can say that V shape, that stretched shape, and that shows flow of water basically. We can also verify this in the satellite where, in this case, the stream is fairly visible. So, voila, this is the first cut. So now we can refine this a little bit by going to the satellite view and getting a visual, zooming a little bit deeper. And I mean, this is not always possible, but in case the stream has clear-to-air view without forest cover, you can see it. So here you can see indeed that the approximation is pretty close, right? Here you can see the real stream on the satellite image. And more or less we're able to do a pretty good job. Sometimes it disappears because it could be a very deep valley so that the river is hidden from the view of the satellite. So as you can see, we clearly hit nicely the stream all the way to the source. You hit source basically. You can also see that there are many side branches. All these cuts here are basically side valleys. So at this point, I mean, if you don't want to get lost, it's very important to put also some indications that there will be a valley to the left and might be a valley to the right, so that you know if there is a slip in the stream, which step to take, because you might easily get into the wrong valley and then end up in a dead end. So before we do that, let's maybe start from the beginning. And let's refine this trail a little bit more so that we have a good accuracy. So here we saw in the terrain view that the hill stops, but as you can see, there's still a lot of green, there's still a lot of jungle around. So let's just extend this trail a bit more till the starting point, till our village here. Okay. And then these lines are easy to manipulate, so it's easy to manipulate a little bit. So let's go to this zoom level, and now let's basically refine the trail a little bit. So you can always move this trail left and right, that it will basically be a very accurate reflection of the river. So here you can see a major cut. So whenever there's like a split in the river, it's good to put a point and say, hey, you can say then proceed right. And don't take the left valley, or you will end up somewhere totally different. So here you have another kind of major stream, which is again clearly visible if you go to the terrain view. Oh, sorry, here it's not very clearly visible because it's outside the hills, so it's flowing in the plains. Let's go a little bit deeper, so we're entering the hills. So we can always move the line a little bit so that it's kind of will be as accurate as possible. Zoom. So here basically we have the screen. So this is actually where the hills are starting. Again, you can on a photo, I mean on a satellite picture point of view, you cannot really clearly see that the hills are starting here. But if you look again to the topographic view, you can clearly see that from here onwards, you will basically be entering a valley, both on the right side as well as on the left side. You can see how you're basically walking around the